Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 2 minutes. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 60 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 30 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 10 seconds.
When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lang. Sponsored by Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Dr. Lang is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lang.
Okay, good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual, Dr. Michael Lang of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Here each and every Saturday morning live to answer any and all questions you may have regarding your vision, eye care, or any nutritionally related topics. So don't be shy, pick up the phones and give us a call. Phone lines are open at 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. If you're new to the program, who's Dr. Lang? I'm a board-certified optometric physician. I am also a certified nutritional specialist. I founded Lang Eye Care and Associates March 15th of 1993. We opened 14 locations in the great state of Florida. Opened the Lang Eye Institute about 20 years ago and Fortify Vitamins about 20 years ago. And I developed the Fortify Vitamin line and started the Fortify Performance Nutrition line because I really wasn't satisfied with what was out there on the market. Most of the products you buy over the counter are filled with all sorts of synthetic garbage, to put it bluntly. And they don't have therapeutic levels of anything. They put window dressing amounts just so they can get label claim. Well, I started the Fortify Vitamin Company years and years and years ago because I got tired of seeing my patients just literally age in front of my face and their macular degeneration progress, have extremely dry eyes, glaucoma progress. No matter what we did, they just constantly got worse. So we started doing a lot of research. We started doing intracellular blood draws. We started doing DNA testing, omega index testing. And then we took all this information and started the Fortify Vitamin Company and started developing supplements. And the first supplement line I developed, it was called Fortify Complete Plus and Fortify Macular Defense. These were not perfect at all, the first line of supplements I created, because then I draw the patient's blood and I checked for intracellular blood deficiencies, and I found out it wasn't the panacea of perfection I was looking for. Long story short, it's taken about 20 years and 14 to 15 revisions on the Fortify vitamins to get where we are today. And not too long ago, well, a few years back, Dr. Hall came on board, and he's an icon in the nutrition world, an icon in the sports nutrition world, with lots and lots of experience. And, we combined our heads, and we've been doing a lot of great things, expanding our performance nutrition line, trying to develop supplements for you at any age, whether you're 12 years of age or you're 99 years of age, and you want to take food supplements, whole food supplements, antioxidants that are based on evidence-based clinical studies, not just window dressing. And that's what Fortify Vitamins is all about. Check us out at fortify.com. That's Fortifeye, fortify.com. Let me give you the toll-free number for Fortify Vitamins. It's 866-503-9746. 866-503-9746. And I will be at the Fortify Nutrition Center today about noon, 12:15 for a couple of hours. So that's in Clearwater. Come on out. It's on McMullen Booth Road. Come on out and pick my brain. Let's talk about nutrition, have some fun. We'll make up some samples of Fortify Fit and proteins for everybody. Anyway, Dr. Hall, good morning. We got a big show ahead of us, a lot to talk about. I'm going to talk about floaters. I'm going to talk about nutrition for macular degeneration. You got a lot to talk about. Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. Good morning to everyone on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday here in Central Florida. Dr. Lang and I are glad you're here with us today. We're glad that you took a little time out of your schedule this morning just to sit back, put your feet up, and listen to some good information. We hope so anyway. Quick happy birthday and thank you to all of our men and women out there and that are serving or have served in the U.S. Air Force. It's your 74th birthday today. So happy birthday, America, for that inclusion of the Air Force some 74 years ago. Speaking of birthdays, and still celebrating his birthday week, my longtime friend, colleague, and partner in crime. I sound like I'm a pro wrestler announcer, don't I? Dr. Michael P. Lang had a birthday this last week, and we're still kind of celebrating here and there. We're patching together some little bits of celebration now and then. And so happy birthday, buddy. You don't look any worse for the wear. You look great, and you're feeling great, and we're on this longevity quest together. We've been doing this, and you know what? It's not ego saying it, but it's working. It's absolutely working. And so good luck. Let's do another 60 years. What do you say?
Amen. And I want to thank everybody for wishing me happy birthday out there on social media. Literally, it was thousands of you guys and gals. LinkedIn went crazy. Facebook went crazy. Even Instagram. So thank you for those wishes. It really was a lovely day. I worked on my birthday. I mean, what better than to be able to see all my buddies that are my patients? So I had a great day working at the Lang Eye Institute, saw a lot of patients, and the staff was really good to me. So I enjoy working on my birthday.
Well, that's, when I called you the morning of your birthday and I said, what are you doing today? And you went, working. and I thought, okay, yeah, I guess so. I know you very well, and we both love our work. And, when we're surrounded by our work and good friends and like that, what better day could you want? So that was a good one. But anyway, happy birthday, buddy. We're going to do this for a lot more years and a lot more birthdays coming up. And we put together a great show for you today. We hope it is anyway. We hope you'll like it. We'll actually be doing 2 hours today. So sit back and enjoy. We've got some good subjects. I'm going to talk a little bit about I have a fitness challenge for you that I'm going to issue out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to talk about being proactive in your wellness program. And I'm going to try to get you kick-started in that and get you fired up and start being proactive rather than reactive. And reactive is not a positive thing. Reactive is just kind of, as my mom would say, waiting for the next shoe to drop. And that's not the way you want to live your life. You're always on the edge. You're always worried about this or that. If you take proactive steps like Dr. Lang and I are doing, and the rest in our little circle that we've convinced to do, and both of our moms My goodness, both of our moms are in their 90s and they're doing very well. They really are. Very proud of both of them. And so we're going to talk a little bit about being proactive. And I think this is going to take a little weight off your shoulders of understanding what being proactive is all about. And so I know we have some callers lined up. I can already see them on the wall. So back to you, Dr. Lang, and that first caller.
Thanks, Doc. And good morning once again. Welcome to Ask the Doctors. I'm your host, Dr. Michael Lang, and my co-host, Dr. Hall. We're here to answer any and all questions you may have. Remember, this is for educational purposes only. Never replaces a comprehensive eye evaluation or a medical evaluation. Like I said, it's for educational purposes only. So if the attorneys are listening, they'll be very happy with that. I started hosting Ask the Doctor on April of 1993 on a little radio station. It was called Sound Off with Dr. Lang. Country Jim Kirk hooked me up. Rest his soul. He was a great, he was an icon in Florida. And he gave me an opportunity on, it was at 900 AM. That's right. Called MOP, WMOP, 900 AM. It was a country AM station at the time. And it grew from there. Now we're on just about every city in the state and throughout the country, and live video streaming all over the world. All right, we're going to go to the phones. 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. Let's go to the first caller. Everybody knows who the first caller is. Got to be Bob. Bob, good morning.
Well, good morning, doctor. How are you?
Fabulous.
I was a little taken back there. I was waiting for an intro, and that didn't happen, so you caught me. Can you hear me all right? I can take my phone off the speaker if it's a problem.
No, you're coming in loud and clear.
All right, good. All right. Well, good morning, doctors. Sorry about that.
Morning, Bob.
This morning, I have a very easy question for both of you. I spend a lot of time, well, maybe on the road, but working, and generally don't take time to eat lunch. But I do desire on occasion to have something midday. Rather than going to McDonald's or someplace quick like that, or even worse, stop and get a donut. Is there a recommended snack that you would recommend for me?
Absolutely. And I'm holding it up in front of everybody on social media right now. I'm holding up a can of Fortify Organic Blue Green Superfood, and I'm holding up a canister of Fortify Super Protein or grass-fed whey isolate. You take a scoop of the super protein or the grass-fed whey isolate, a scoop of the superfood, put it in water, shake it up. I mean, I have a shaker in my car, and I got spring water in my car, and I got both of these canisters because when I'm driving home, you know, I'm hungry after work, and it's a long drive from the Villages to Tampa Bay or Clearwater Beach. And so I don't want to stop at a fast food restaurant because I'm trying to practice what I preach. So I put a scoop of the organic blue green superfood. You're getting 16 different organically grown fruits and vegetables, all right? And the super protein, New Zealand grass-fed whey protein, and that can be chocolate or vanilla. Mix it up, shake it up, drink it down. You got really a complete meal, but a great snack. It fills you up, but it gives you the antioxidants necessary to help combat against oxidation and inflammation and boost your immune system dramatically. Remember, we also have digestive enzymes and probiotics and a adaptogenic mushroom blend in the organic blue-green superfood. So it's pretty amazing as a snack. You can do that as a snack, or you can do it as a meal replacement if you're trying to lose weight. But that's one thing that I would recommend. I'll let Dr. Hall expand because he's got some other ideas as well.
Absolutely. You know, when you
Hello?
go out on the road like that, you need that fuel, and you just can't wait till you get home at night for the evening meal at 5, 6, maybe 7 o'clock at night. So you have to do something there. And sometimes, you know, maybe a little meal prep, take something with you. Eating out is very difficult. There's no two ways about that. There's so many temptations out there that, well, I'll just stop and I'll just get a donut for today, or, you know, a fast food sandwich and like that. And you just don't want to do that. It's a bad habit to even start. You just don't want to put that stuff in your body. So, you know, sometimes maybe the night before, morning of, you know, just pack a little bag. Just throw some stuff, get a little cooler. You don't have to take a great big ice chest or anything like that. Just a little cooler, and put some snacks in there. I find if there's something good that's ready to eat and good to go, I stay perfect with my nutrition plan, and I don't go without. I would rather personally go without than eat fast food or eat some kind of junk out there. But at the same time, too, Bob, they do make some good bars out there on the go type bars. Some people just leave these in their car in a little bag or something, protein bars and like that. You have to watch. There's some real junk out there in these, and they're a bad substitute even for a candy bar. Really, to be honest with you, I'd rather you eat the candy bar than eat some of these protein bars. But little snacks like that. Will get you through the afternoon because you need that fuel. You can't just eat breakfast in the morning at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Then, you skip lunch or a snack in the afternoon. And then, you're looking at the evening meal at 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night. You just can't do that. Your body will go out of sync with that. So try to take something with you. Even, I've suggested to people before, like a little bit of trail mix. And that doesn't go bad, and it doesn't melt or anything in your car. A little bag of trail mix that you can take with you, and you'd be surprised what that will do because there's protein in there. There's a little bit of sugars in there from probably raisins or cranberries or things like that. And so a little bit of snack, and hey, how about a piece of fruit? Take a banana or two with you. Take an apple with you. You know what the good fruits are out there. So take something like that with you, and your body will thank you for it, Bob. Later in the afternoon, when those energy levels start to dip, and there's not much you can do about it. Well, if you eat and have a little bit of fuel on board, you won't experience that at all.
Yep. And meal planning is very good, very important, meal prepping. And so what I do the night before I go to work is I have some plastic containers and some things that you don't have to refrigerate. I take some macadamia nuts and pistachios, some fruit like some banana, like he's mentioned. That's very good in potassium. Some grapes, strawberries, blueberries, some broccoli and bell peppers. Chop all those up and maybe some goat cheese and manchego cheese. So now you got some nuts, some cheese, some fruit, some vegetables that don't have to be refrigerated. Now, the cheese does have to be refrigerated, but it can stay out for a few hours. But the other stuff does not need to be refrigerated. But that way you can avoid going through, the fast food and the convenient foods that are, not probably the best thing for you. So hopefully this helps out a little bit, Bob.
Thank you, gentlemen. Do appreciate it. I will take that under advisement, see if I can change my midday consumption.
Awesome. All right, we're getting loaded up. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Gary in Tampa. Good morning, Gary. Welcome to the program. Gary, good morning.
Hello.
Turn your radio down.
Okay.
What can we do for you?
Well, I had LASIK about 99, I think it was. I guess it was pretty much first introduced. I was in Los Angeles, and about a little over 20 days. So was or worse than before I had my LASIK. My question is, I was told that you couldn't have LASIK.
All right, we're having some trouble with you, Gary. You're gonna have to call back. All right, I can't hear a word you're saying. You sound like you're from outer space. He was talking about LASIK in 1999. Let me just see if I can interpret what he was gonna say. So a lot of people have LASIK in 99, and maybe they're having some changes in their vision now, and they want to know if they can have an enhancement. Absolutely, you can have an enhancement as long as your corneas are healthy enough and thick enough. As long as they're not overly dry and they're not too thin, you can have a second procedure done and sometimes even a third procedure done. Or he might be saying, my eyes are really dry after LASIK, and that can be a problem. So we'll talk about dry more. But you can give us a call back, and hopefully we got a better connection. Let's go back to the phones. I think it's David in Clearwater. David, good morning. Welcome to the program. David? All right. Nope, we lost David. All right, David, we'll have to call back. I think Gary's calling back now. All right, David, we'll try to get you back too. Maybe there's a lot of interference on people's cell phones right now, but give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. We're getting ready to take the next call. I do want to mention something that I'm blessed with right now, and that's floaters, okay? And we had some floaters not too long ago. I think I spoke about a year and a half ago when my Doberman Apollo jumped into my face and hit his snout right in my nose. I had some flashing lights and some floaters. Well, all of a sudden, about a week ago, I started getting this big floater in my vision, and it's really very aggravating. It comes in my line of sight, actually causes blurred vision. I was thinking I had a macular hole. So I got the staff to run an OCT of my macula at the Lang Eye Institute, and it was fine. I had one of my doctors look at my eyes. It was fine. And then I started coughing and sneezing the other night, and it seemed like I started getting some flashing lights. So, of course, I worked myself up thinking I got a retinal tear. Of course, called all my retina buddies, and then I went and had an optomap done locally here in Clearwater. That's a peripheral view of your retina, and it was totally normal. The gist of this story is if you have a sudden onset of floaters in your vision and flashing lights, get into your local optometrist or your ophthalmologist. Make sure your eyes are dilated. A lot of you don't like to be dilated, and some of you might even have reactions, negative reactions to the dilation. So ask to use only tropicamide, no phenylephrine, and maybe only 0.5% of tropicamide. Then you won't get the potential rapid heartbeat that you get when you're using phenylephrine. That's one of the drops. So if you're sensitive to dilation, don't worry. Use just the tropicamide and not the phenylephrine. You'll still get a great dilation, and it's imperative that your eyes are dilated so the eye doctor can look at the peripheral retina, making sure there's no small holes or tears out there. All right, we're going back to the phones. I think we got Gary back. Let's see. Gary, welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about that before.
Coming in loud and clear now.
Great. Okay. Are you ready for my question here?
Yep, I'm ready. LASIK surgery,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, I had about 99, I guess. It was just first off the market, I think. It was like not many people were doing it. I was Los Angeles, and my vision was pretty bad. I had LASIK done, and I had pretty good results after that. I had to go back a second time, actually, and they did it with just the LASIK, and they didn't do the Exmire, what is called the flap that they make. They just did the direct laser on the eye for the second attempt, and I guess it seemed to improve it. I guess the thing was too is I wanted them to use that thing where you look at a picture and it gives you your prescription as like a secondary way of testing whether when they say is this better, I had a hard time with that.
Right.
But had they done that when I looked at the picture, I think it would have been better. I would have had a better result off the beginning. Besides that, though, 20 years later, my vision is just about as bad or worse than it was before I had my LASIK. I know it's been that long, so I can understand that. But I was told that you can't have LASIK again, and also that you can't wear contacts once you have LASIK.
Both of those are lies, blatant lies, okay? You can certainly have LASIK again if indeed your corneas are healthy enough and they're not too dry and you have enough corneal tissue, okay? Because they do remove corneal tissue when they do LASIK. So if your corneas are too thin, it's a possibility you can't have it again. That's called an enhancement. But technology's gotten a lot better over the last 20 years. But a very good alternative to LASIK surgery is certainly contact lenses. And we fit tons of patients post-LASIK surgery and contact lenses. Sometimes you can wear a one-day disposable. It's very comfortable and very safe. Sometimes you have to go to a rigid gas permeable lens. Sometimes you have to go to a hybrid lens like a synergized lens. That's a rigid lens in the middle with a soft skirt. And even other times you have to go to what we call a scleral lens. But we do all that at the Lang Eye Institute. There's a lot of great doctors here in the Tampa Bay area that are amazing at fitting contacts. So yes, absolutely. You can wear contacts until you have 2 feet in the grave.
Wow. Okay. Well, it has come forward then quite a bit then.
Yep. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, well, good to know. Thank you very much. I'll look into it. I'll call your offices. Thank you.
All right, Gary. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. You're listening to Ask the Doctors. Dr. Michael P. Lang and Dr. Richard Hall here to answer any questions you may have regarding your vision and eye care. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. I got to tell you, Doc Hall and I have been in the lab a lot over the last few months. We have been working on some revisions to some of our formulas. As you know, our Fortify Macular Defense and our Zinc-Free Macular Defense, I've changed that 14 times over the last probably 12, 13 years. We're working on the 15th revision right now. And I got to tell you, we've come up with some really amazing nutrients that we're incorporating into this. And what really stimulated the revision again is the government now is stating that NAC, N-acetylcysteine, is a prescription only, and that people that are putting it in the vitamins need to stop putting in their vitamins. Well, we've had NAC in our Fortify Macular Defense and Complete for, 15 years. And people use it in their vitamins all over because NAC is a natural way of stimulating glutathione, the master antioxidant in your body. It's a great nutrient, but we're abiding by the law and we're taking NAC out of our formulas. However, we are going to make it even a lot better. Since we got to take one out, I'm putting a lot of stuff in that's even better than we have now. So we're going to be adding astaxanthin to our macular defense. We're going to be adding more lutein, more zeaxanthin, more grapeseed extract. We're going to be adding black currant extract, pine bark extract, pycnogenol. We're putting more resveratrol in it. We're putting more turmeric or curcumin in it, more bilberry in it. And we're altering some of the B complex into different molecules. So it is coming down the pike. In order to make room for some of that stuff, we had to take some stuff out that wasn't as beneficial to the macula. So the next generation macular defense is probably 4 or 5 months away. And we're going to talk in a minute about the next generation complete that we're working on that is going to have a survival complex in it based on the survival diet, the Lang survival diet. So it's some exciting times. We got some great products that we're going to relaunch here in the very near future. All right, see, we're getting loaded up on the phones. I don't know if I can take a phone call yet. Yes, we can. All right, let's go to James in St. Pete. James, thanks for holding.
Hey, Doc. Thank you. Hey, Doc, I work outside, lawn care and pool care business, like a lot of dirt and dust and, chemicals all the time. And I've found in the last couple of years, my eyes as well as my throat are really dry. So I'm wondering, can I put the drops in during the day? I was kind of nervous because I was afraid all the dirt was going to stick to the moisture of the drops in my eyes.
Absolutely. I like the Optase drops the best. You can put a bottle in your pocket. You can use that during the day. That'll help dramatically. Optase is one of the best products out there for lubricating the eye. And then if you've got dry eye and dry mouth, obviously drinking some water while you're out there, something that has electrolytes in it, coconut water, eating some watermelon, putting a little salt in, or even Gatorade, all right? Something that has some electrolytes, because if you're out there, you're sweating a lot. So make sure you drink enough fluids. Believe it or not, omega-3 fish oil is one of the best things in the world for dry eye. And the newest omega-3 that we developed is called Fortify Super Omega-3 Max. And I've got a good portion of the population that has something called Sjogren's syndrome or Sjogren's syndrome. That's dry eye and dry mouth. And what I have them do is actually bite into the fish oil because it's lemon flavor. We make it taste very good. And then swallow the fish oil and just discard the gelatin carcass. And then that oil actually goes down your lining of your throat. And believe it or not, it helps with the dry throat, the dry mouth, and it helps lower inflammation in the throat and the mouth as well. So a good omega-3 like Fortify Super Omega-3 Max, you can get at fortify.com. If you do get omega-3, make sure it says triglyceride form or TG form on it. We talk about this all the time on the program. Most omega-3 you buy over the counter has ethanol attached to the backbone. And I always tell people the way you test it, squeeze it in a styrofoam cup. If it rots a hole through that styrofoam cup, that means it's got an ethyl ester molecule. Probably not the best thing to put in your stomach because it's very inefficient, very unstable, doesn't absorb well. So think about drinking a little more water. Think about using Optase Tears and maybe taking a good omega-3 like Fortify Super Omega-3 Max. Also, protective eyewear, something that wraps around your face a little bit, a good sunglass, that's going to block the wind because the wind and some of the contaminants in the air are aggravating your eye that much more.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Doc.
All right, James, take care. All right, you're listening to Ask the Doctor and Dr. Hall, Dr. Lang, 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. In a minute, I'm going to talk about the perfect meal for macular degeneration, but Doc Hall has some things on his plate. He's going to chime in.
Definitely. I talked, I think, last week or week before about issuing out a little bit of a self improvement type contest for yourself. And we're going to do another one later on that's going to probably bring in some prizes and do all kinds of awards and rewards for it. But I talk to a lot of people during the week, and they're always thinking about kickstarting a new lifestyle, a new, healthier lifestyle. And there's a little bit of hesitancy there because it's a change, it's a big change. And so what I'm doing now is I'm telling folks, give me 30 days. Okay, just give me 30 days, and you'll see the difference in your whole body, not just your eyes, or not just gaining muscle or losing weight or something like that, but your total body wellness. That's what Dr. Lang and I are into, is total body wellness. And so I'm gonna real quick just put this list out there, and we'll put it on the website too. But for 30 days, this is what I want you to do, and it's a challenge. I'm challenging all of our listeners out there to get healthy, and let's do it before the holidays. Don't tell me that, okay, Doc, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to wait till after the holidays, first of the year, folks. That's 4 months off. And we have plenty of time to get you healthy into that time. Wouldn't you rather go into the holiday season and into the new year as a whole new you? Of course you would. Of course you would. So, if you don't have a pen and paper, we'll get this information to you. But some of it's just common sense. But I have to say it because sometimes we don't listen. We just don't listen, and we know what's good for us, and so we kind of have to repeat a little bit. But anyway, during this 30 days, these are all no's, N-O's. No candy, cakes, pies, cookies, potato chips, taco chips, okay? Basically anything white bread, white potatoes, white rice, white sugar, okay? Chocolate, ice cream, soda, alcohol. Watch the artificial sweeteners, okay? That can get you into trouble. They trick the body into thinking one way when you should be going another way, all right? And folks, stay away from the fried food, okay? That's a list there. You probably already know all of that, but let's do this, okay? I want you to put your water consumption up. Consume more water, all right? Good water. Sometimes not tap water, sometimes not well water is the best. You might have to buy some spring water and do that. Work in where you're limiting your salt intake. Okay, we need some sodium. We definitely need that for our electrolyte balance and like that. But in general, the American public, we are saltaholics. Okay, I've been in restaurants before where I see people before they even taste the food, they're salting it down. And that's just wrong. That's going to get you in trouble. Okay, make sure that you get at least a couple of fruits in your diet a day. Those of you that aren't doing that, let's up this to at least a couple of fruits in your diet. Okay, you know the right ones to eat. And also, I want you to have at least 4 servings of veggies a day. Now that's not a lot, folks. It's really not. This is basic stuff. And so if you're not doing this, it's going to be a big jump up for you. But I will guarantee this, or as my good friend would most likely say, I guarantee this. In 30 days, you're going to see a big change in your life. You really will, I promise you. Those of you that are suffering from blood pressure, cholesterol, and maybe on the verge, right on that edge of diabetes, of having to take meds for that. These aren't cure-alls or anything. That's not what it is. But it's getting your body in order, okay? Balancing your body. When these things hit you, blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, things like that, it's telling you, hey, my body's out of whack, okay? And so now you've got to get it back on track. So give me 30 days. That's what I'm asking. Just start today. Give me 30 days. And then you know what? I want you to call back in 30 days and tell me how it went, okay? But 30 days, and let's do it, okay? Back to you, Dr. Lang.
Awesome. And Doc Hall is preaching what we preach every day to our patients at the Lang Eye Institute, the Fortified Nutrition Center, the Lang Nutrition Center. Doc Hall and I really practice what we preach. We really do. And I'm going to make it even easier for you guys because you probably didn't remember everything Doc Hall said, but he's going to be writing an article and posting it at drmichaellang.com and on the Fortify website as well. But I agree, the typical American diet, the typical food that we're all consuming is, I hate to say it, but it's poisoning us. It really is. Think about it. We all know somebody with high blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, arthritis, sarcoid, lupus, I mean, the diabetes, overweight. And so the typical American diet just ain't working. It's as simple as that. It's overly processed, it's fast, it's convenient, artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners like Dr. Hall just mentioned, too much sugar, too much salt, too much trans fat. That's the worst. That's why we worked on the survival diet, the Lang survival diet, the Fortify survival diet, whatever you want to call it. But the Lang survival diet is free of all of the garbage, all right? Things like gluten, FODMAPs, lectins, oxalates, glyphosates, phytic acid, arsenic, lead, pesticide, insecticide, aflatoxins, phytoestrogens, saponins or saponins, protease inhibitors, alkaloids. That's a lot of big words, and both of you go and say, what the hell is he talking about? Okay. But just trust me, that's in the typical diet out there. The survival diet, the Lang survival diet, the Fortify survival diet has minimal, if any, of that in it. We worked on that for years and years and years to have something for you guys and gals to actually hang your hat on that works. So it's kind of a combination of the Atkins diet, the paleo diet, the Mediterranean diet, the keto diet, the hallelujah diet. There's so many different diets out there, but none of them are perfect. Now, is this the perfect diet? I like to think it is, all right? If you get on this diet, you are going to be healthier. If you eat these foods, you are going to have less disease. You're going to have less eye problems. You're going to lose weight. So look it up on Google. Just go to Lang's Survival Diet. Go to drmichaellang.com. Go to the blogs from last year. Learn about the Lang Survival Diet. But also, those of you that have macular degeneration, and I got to tell you, it's a huge amount of our listening and audience. A lot of our listening audience on Ask the Doctor is vision impaired because they can't see great, so they don't watch TV, but they listen to a lot of radio. They listen to a lot of talk radio, especially Ask the Doctor. So macular degeneration is something, quite frankly, when you hit 70, 80 years of age, it's not that uncommon, all right? But can we do something from a nutritional standpoint that can alter our destiny? Absolutely. Definitive proof is out there, definitive proof showing that you can take specific supplements, eat specific foods, and it could potentially slow down the degenerative effects of macular degeneration. I see it at the Lang Eye Institute for years and years and years. I've seen patients improve. We've seen it for years improve when they adjust their diet, their lifestyles, and they start taking the right supplements. So the perfect meal for macular degeneration, you can actually Google that. I come up #1 in the world on Google. The perfect meal for macular degeneration would be eating some wild-caught Alaskan salmon, sautéed in organic extra virgin coconut oil. When you're just about through, add some organic kale, maybe some organic spinach or mustard greens, and some orange bell peppers, and then put an egg on top. And the reason for this is the astaxanthin is in the wild Alaskan salmon. The lutein is in the spinach and the kale. The zeaxanthin is in the orange bell peppers. Then the egg yolk has phospholipids in it that make it all absorb. And the egg yolk also has more lutein and zeaxanthin in it. And then you can have a bowl of goji berries or organic blueberries as a snack. And if you got to be drinking booze, then a glass of Pinot Noir from the Oregon or New York region, preferably a biodynamic winery. My favorite is called King's Estate. I don't have anything invested in it, but King's Estate is a biodynamic Oregon wine manufacturer that is extremely high in resveratrol. There's some evidence that resveratrol may benefit patients with dry macular degeneration, helping to decrease it turning into the wet form of macular degeneration. Now, we do have Fortify Focus, which has 3 carotenoids in it. I recommend that for everybody on macular degeneration. We have the Advanced Retina Formula for macular degeneration. That's for people that can't swallow large pills. And then we have Fortify Macular Defense. That's for everybody with macular degeneration. It acts as a whole body supplement, your multivitamin, eye vitamin, veggie cap, fruit cap enzymes, all in one little tablet. With Fortify Macular Defense, I recommend everybody take 3 a day. Unless you're only about 100 pounds, then you take 2 a day. But maybe 140 pounds or above, you take 3 a day on the Fortify Macular Defense. So our line of defense against macular degeneration is wearing a good pair of sunglasses when you're outdoors, a blue filtering lenses like blue light defense or blue light shield indoors, all right? Eating foods that are similar to the perfect meal I just talked about, taking vitamins that are similar to what I just discussed on the Fortify vitamin line, but there's other companies that make some great vitamins out there. And then get down to your ideal body weight. We talk about that. We preach this all the time. Ideal body weight is crucial. So when you're on the proper diet, like the Lang Survival Diet, you're going to get to your ideal body weight sooner or later. God made a pretty good body as long as we give it the right fuel. Right, Dr. Hall?
Absolutely. You say that all the time, and it's very, very true. We just have to maintain. That's all. First, you have to develop a good plan, a sound plan, when it works for you. Most of the time you can't follow, Aunt Sadie's plan or the mailman's plan or anybody else because you just won't stay with it. So develop your own plan, and we can help you with that. Certainly, I'm just a phone call away. Dr. Lang is as well, and we can help you with that. We'd be glad to help you with that. That's what we do. But, you have to develop that plan and then maintain that plan. Consistency, folks, is the thing, okay? It doesn't do you any good to take your vitamins for a week, and then you're off. You forgot for 2 weeks, and then you take them for 3 days, and then you're back off and on. It doesn't work that way. Same thing with your diet, same thing with exercise. I see people all the time, and I call them weekend warriors. They'll come in on Friday and see me, and they want vitamins. They want a food plan, an exercise plan. They're going to change their entire life, and I'm happy for them. I'm more than happy to help them. But they go at it the wrong way. They try to catch up the last 20 years that they basically abused their body, and they want to catch it all up on the weekend. Then they call me Monday morning and tell me that they're, locked up in bed because they can't move. And that happens. And that's not the way to go. Remember, folks, consistency, but baby steps. Okay, start out slow with these things, and you'll see the difference. You really will see the difference.
So before we take the next call, I just want to mention if you'd like to make an appointment to see me or Dr. Chris Costello, he's our secret weapon at the Lang Eye Institute, an amazing eye doctor. And of course, Dr. Lori Caputi, if you guys are looking for somebody that looks like Pretty Woman, who was that actress on Pretty Woman? Julia Roberts. Yeah, she looks just like Julia Roberts. So I bet you these guys are going to start, swarming Dr. Caputi now. Anyway, I got a great team of doctors over at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. The phone number for the Lang Eye Institute is 352-753-4014. That's 352-753-4014. And then the phone number for Fortify Vitamins is 866-503-9746. That's 866-503-9746. You can learn about everything we talk about in this program at either drmichaellang.com or fortify.com. Now, drmichaellang.com can actually get you to the Lang Eye Care website, to the Lang Racing website, to the Fortify Nutrition website, all of that through drmichaellang.com. Remember, I'll be at the Fortify Nutrition Center today around 12:15 for a couple of hours. And we are getting ready to take the next call. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. Before we take this next call, a lot of you are seeing a little pamphlet I'm holding up. It's called The Power of a Biologic in the Ease of an Eye Drop. It's Regenerize. Regenerize. This is the ultimate for dry eye treatment. I always recommend people trying artificial tears like Optase first. But if they still have dry eyes, everything they've done, they've had punctal plugs, they've had, every dry eye medication out there, and they still have dry eyes, try something as enhanced with stem cells, cytokines, chemokines, growth factors, hyaluronic acid, collagen. All of that is in the safety of a power of a biologic in an eye drop, and that's called Regenerize. We have that at the Lang Nutrition Center with Dr. Hall, Fortify Nutrition Center here in the Clearwater area, the Lang Eye Institute. Come on and see one of us, and we'll see if you're a good candidate for it. Regenerize, the ultimate for dry eye. Remember, stem cell enhanced. All right, we're going back to the phones. We lost one person, but we're going to take Joseph now. Joseph in St. Pete, good morning.
Doctor, I've been given a eye drop called Reposa or Repressa.
Right.
Are you familiar with it? Could you tell me some of the... I took it for 3 weeks, and it dropped my pressure from 27 to 18. It was unbelievable at that. And I wonder, such a rapid drop are there any concerns about this drop?
Yeah, so Repressor is a relatively new anti-glaucoma medication on the market, and we use it quite a bit. And the only real side effect from this drop is you might notice your eyes get a little bit red. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it's a great drop, and it can be used in conjunction with other glaucoma medications. It actually works very, very well. It's actually what we call a rho-kinase inhibitor, but it works very well. But many patients do get a red eye with it. But it works very well. It's a new generation. We've gotten to the point where a doctor, when they look in your eye and they see an optic nerve that's a little large and your visual field isn't perfect and your nerve fiber layer is thinning, that's what we call glaucoma. And the best or the simplest approach is to use eye drops. And many of the eye drops cause lots of side effects, all right? They cause, heart to slow down. It caused heart to speed up. It causes respiratory rate to slow down. And so Repressor is very safe. It doesn't really act on affecting your heart at all, which is good. And the only drawback is it can cause a certain percentage of patients to have red eye. Usually I've noticed that after about 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the red eye starts to subside a little bit. And also when you put the drop in, it can burn initially. So I find a way to help minimize this is make sure your eyes aren't dry. Use a good lubricating eye drop like the Optase I mentioned. Put that in maybe 10, 15 minutes before you put your glaucoma drops in. Then that way, the glaucoma drop doesn't burn when you put it in, because when it burns, you actually reflex tear, cause your eyes to get red. The reflex tear dilutes the glaucoma drop, and it never works quite as well. So I find if I tell patients to use artificial tears 20 to 30 minutes before they put the glaucoma drops in, we actually get better effect of the glaucoma medication, and we minimize a lot of the redness as well.
Thank you.
All right. And that's
Dr. Lang?
It sounds like you got a really good result from that. Yes, Dr. Hall.
Just wanted, I know the segment's about to end for this first hour, and I don't want to pass this up. I would like for you to just take 1 minute and explain our new complete vitamin. I'm very, very excited about the new formula. In fact, I don't know if my sleep's been disrupted because of it, but the other night, as you well know, you and I were up at, I think, 1 o'clock in the morning discussing the final on this formula. And very, very exciting because it ties in your diet, the survival diet, with this. And if you just take a minute and just kind of highlight that to folks that's something that we're working on, that we've been working on in the lab, and we're going to release this in a short time, but it's something good to come.
Good. And for that last caller, the good thing about the drug that he mentioned is that it is something that targets the trabecular meshwork and helps with the outflow. If I recall, that's the way it works. So it's a new generation drug that works very good. People that have glaucoma and they don't get good pressure reduction, ask their doctor to give them a sample of the drop he was just talking about. Yes, so we've been working a little bit, and I've been working diligently on a new Fortify Complete. Not that our current Fortify Complete is bad. The new one, we're just making it that much better. We're still going to have vitamin C and vitamin D. We're taking the tocopherols out. That's the vitamin E. And we're adding Delta Gold tocotrienols. That's another aspect of vitamin E that's actually much better for you than the tocopherols in scientific studies. But you can't have both. Studies indicate that tocopherols will block the absorption of tocotrienols. So we're taking the tocopherols out now. It has all the B complex, the methylated form of B complex. It has bilberry, turmeric, alpha-lipoic acid, acetyl-L-carnitine. We're adding citrus bioflavonoids, more resveratrol. We're adding pine bark extract, quercetin, bromelain, CoQ10, grapeseed extract, lutein. We're adding saffron, zeaxanthin. But most importantly, like you mentioned, we're working on a an organic survival, organic fruit and vegetable complex that we're working on the exact ratio right now based on the Lang survival diet. So the new Fortify Complete will have the fruits and vegetables from the Lang survival diet in it, plus all of these latest vitamins that are good. So it's not just a fruit and vegetable. There won't be anything like it on the market. Once again, brand new. We're adding organic kale, blueberries, broccoli, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, garlic, onion, artichoke, strawberry, cabbage, grapes, bell peppers, mustard greens, tart cherry, and something else. I can't think of it. All of that is going to be in it. It's going to be in its organic form, and we're hoping to get it all in 2 vegetable capsules. We really want to go to 2. We've been debating on going to 3, but we want to keep it at 2. So that's in the makes. It won't be out for probably another 5 months. We got to get FTC approval, believe it or not, of everything. And the label has to be approved. And we're going to tweak it, and we're going to tweak it. So currently, Fortify Complete is available now. It's an amazing multivitamin, eye vitamin. We're just expanding and making it better the way we are doing the Macular Defense. Like Doc Hall says, we're always in the lab tweaking, and we've been in the lab working on things. We got a lot of other things coming down the pike too, don't we, Dr. Hall?
Absolutely. I'm very excited. Very excited. Our company's on the move, and we try to stay. Both you and I are both research junkies, and I mean we're apt to call each other 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night about something we just read or something that came to mind, and like that. And of course, we're always in the lab, and we just want to put out the best product at the time. Like Dr. Lang said, he's made revisions over the years to these products, maybe 10, 12, 15 times. Doesn't mean the one before was bad. It just means there's something better. Like now, we're still learning. And so we put that knowledge into the new products. But I'm very excited about the Complete. We also have probably, I think, about 10 or 11 other products out there that are on the board and they're coming too. So, folks, goodbye. God bless. Take care. See you next week.
Thanks, Doc Hall. Switch the dial and keep watching us on social media for another hour of Ask the Doctor in about 7 minutes. Thanks for tuning in and listening. God bless you and God bless America.